You are blessed. Today is day 26 of the lockdown. Today I want us to talk about something very, very crucial and very serious. I had a friend who came to my house and said, where are the prophets of our time? Why are they not prophesying about this virus? Then something just struck me. Today I want to talk about there are two types of prophets that we must understand. There is in-house prophet and national prophets. So I'm going to use the book of 1 Kings chapter 22 from verse 1 until the last verse, but I won't go there, but I'll just give you the story. It was between King Ahab, the king of Israel, and King Jehoshaphat, the king of Judah. Two kings. Then King Ahab called to Jehoshaphat and said, can you come and help me to fight against Ramoth Gilead? Then King Jehoshaphat said, fine, I'll come. So now I want to read this verse 3, verse 4. But he asked Jehoshaphat, will you go with me to fight against Ramoth Gilead? Jehoshaphat replied to the king of Israel, I am yours, my people as your people, my horses as your horses. But Jehoshaphat also said to the king of Israel, first seek the counsel of the Lord. So the king of Israel brought together the prophets, about 400 men, and asked them, shall I go to war against Ramoth Gilead, or shall I refrain? Go, they answered, for the Lord will give it to the king's hand. But verse 7, Jehoshaphat asked, is there not a prophet of the Lord here who we can inquire of the Lord? Then the king of Israel answered Jehoshaphat and said, there is still one man through whom we can inquire of the Lord, but I hate him because he never prophesied anything good about me, but always bad. He's Michael, son of Joaman. Then the king should not say that. Jehoshaphat replied, amen. Until so far. Now, here is the story. Now, you have to understand that certain people, 40 of them, they prophesy what the king wants to hear. That's the difference. Now, today I want to, because this message is part 1 today, tomorrow we'll do part 2. Now, today I want to emphasize more about the in-house prophets, how they operate. Now, when you go to the book of Ezekiel 7, verse 26, I will just read it quickly. Ezekiel 7, verse 26, it says, calamity upon calamity will come, and rumors upon rumors. They will try to get a vision from the prophet. The teachers of the law by the priest will be lost, as well as the counsel of the elders. Now, Prophet Ezekiel said, they say calamity will be upon calamity, rumors upon rumors. People will look for the vision from the prophets, and they will find none. Ask yourself why. We expect the prophets that we have to come and talk about national crisis. They are not meant for that. These are the in-house prophets. Because the in-house prophets, they don't have national material inside them. They are not national material. They are in-house material. They prophesy what is inside. This is the prophecy. They will only prophesy about your personal issues, about witchcraft, about your family, about money. That's their message. They emphasize those 4 things. You can listen to them every time. That's why now when there is this crisis of coronavirus, all of them, they are silent, they are quiet. And I don't blame them. It's not their duty. It's not what they are called for, but they are in-house prophets. They only prophesy about the calamities, the problem, the challenges that their members are having. That's all they can talk about, not about the national issues. It's not meant for them. And unfortunately, most of them are not called, but they have been titled by men. They are being called prophet, prophetess, major, junior, and all those funny names, because that is their title. It's not a calling. Because they are being titled to do the following. One, he said 40 prophets of King Ahab. Ahab said, can I go for war, to the war? Will God give me victory? You remember what they say? All 40 of them, they say, yes, go. The Lord has given you victory over the king of this nation. And they were lying. Because here I have said, these people, they want to prophesy to the king what will excite the king, and they entice the king with what is not theirs, those is there. They prophesied, want to tell the king what they want to hear. And it's exactly like in-house prophet. They tell people what people want to hear, what people expect them to hear, to say to them. That's what they're doing. That's their duty. They're in-house prophets. Now, I want to close now. I want to go a little bit further. And their duty, they operate with the spirit of five things: spirit of deception, spirit of fear, spirit of manipulation, spirit of control, and lastly, they operate with the spirit of good to hear prophecy. Good to hear what they want to hear. They manipulate, they control. They know how to do that. That is an in-house prophet. That's why we blame them, because they are the in-house prophet. They are not men, but God. Here comes, then after they prophesy, the man of God, a man who knows God, Jehoshaphat, you remember the story? He's the one who said, the Lord said, don't go, the battle is mine. You must go tomorrow. I will give you victory. And he said, men, children of Israel, here believe God, and you shall do what? You shall stand. You shall be strengthened. Believe his prophet, then you'll be successful. Here's the man who knows. Then he said, after this man, in-house prophet has prophesied, he said, can't we get a man, a prophet of God, who we can inquire of? And listen to what King Ahab said. He said, I have one man, but I hate him because he always prophesied against me. He never prophesied good things about me. He said, don't say that. And he said, now, if you look at this story, look at verse 19. Now they call Michael to come before the presence of those two kings. Then the one who went to call for Michael, he said, we have prophesied like that the king is going to win the victory, and you must prophesy like us. But because this man, Michael, was not the prophet, in-house prophet, but the national prophet, he can go into the throne room of heaven and see and hear what God is about to do on earth. Amen. Now, listen to that verse in closing, verse 19 of the first Kings 22. Say, Michael continued, therefore hear the word of the Lord. I saw the Lord sitting on his throne. You hear? And a prophet, a national prophet, he can go into the throne room of God and see and hear. He said, I saw God sitting on his throne with all the host of heaven standing around him on his right and on his left. Verse 20, and the Lord said, who will entice Ahab into taking Ramoth Gilead and going to his death there? Amen. Listen that. This prophet, national prophet, he go into the throne room of God. He sees what is going to happen, the crisis that is coming. That is the type of prophets we are looking for now in this decade. The time of in-house prophet is over. Now is the time for national prophets to come. Michael said, let me tell you, you are going to die. If you go to this warfare, you are going to die. You will never come back. And they say he was mad. They went for the war, and he died, the king. So this is a prophet, a national prophet. It's not an in-house prophet. Therefore, let us not blame the in-house prophet and expect them to come and talk about national crisis. They are not called for them. They are not titled for that. We need prophets of God who can stand and go into the throne room of God and have access there and come and tell us what God is about to do. Like the man who prophesied about this virus 1986, and he said by 2020 this thing will happen, and it's happening now. Those are the prophets tomorrow I want us to talk about. God bless you.